it's Anna, a counselor here at Camp Bonkers, a place where we can all let loose and go bonkers. Whoa, stop. I haven't warmed up yet. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. Okay, today we are going to talk about a subject I am super passionate about, sustainability. I love finding new smart ways to help keep our planet green. And I also care about helping others learn more about sustainability because it's super important to help, reduce, reuse, and recycle what we consume. And we're also going to spend some time with other counselors here. And since music is one of my favorite things in the whole world, I'm going to show you a few videos of myself, Maria, Cupcake, and I getting ready for the annual Camp Bonkers Battle of the Bands. Whoa, okay, we've got a lot to do and watch on today's show. All right, come on, do it with me. C-A-M-P. Camp what? Camp Bonkers! We're going to dig into sustainability and explore all the little ways you campers can help reduce, reuse, and recycle what we consume, such as plastic containers, food, and paper. Be it camp, at home, or anywhere. In fact, simply by looking around camp or our house, we can all find tiny ways we can help the earth stay clean, and we can all help. I believe every little action counts and can help our communities as a whole stay healthy, safe, and clean. So you're probably thinking, how can I help? Well, luckily, I wrote some points down. So the first thing I thought of was you can bring your own reusable bags when you go shopping with an adult. It's a good one. Next one. Buying vintage or recycled clothing instead of always new things. Plus, it is so fun to find old things, like you never know what you're gonna find. And my third point was to always remember to turn off the lights and unplug your electronic devices before leaving because, it can keep our house safe and you save tons of power. And I want you all to remember that you can all help. We all have power to help. And we sometimes forget how powerful we can be. So let's act accordingly. With all that in mind, today I'm going to be showing you how you, yes, watching this right now, can help save the world by simply eating pasta. What? Did you say pasta? Yep, I said pasta. So the other day, I was sitting in the Camp Bonkers canteen, and I was trying to think of a new idea, a new craft idea to help pass the time. And I looked over and I saw that the camp cook was making pasta. And suddenly, an idea sparked. As the cook was pouring the pasta sauce into the noodles, I thought, there was my new craft. The empty pasta sauce bottle was just waiting for a new adventure. And that's when I came up with the idea to reuse the pasta jar and make it into something new. But first, I ate because I was hungry. But while I was eating this delicious pasta, I thought of a bunch of other cool ways that I could reuse this jar. More on that in a moment. But if you want to take part in today's activity, here are a few things you want to have handy. Well, first you want to have the decorations of your choice, such as stickers, colored paper, markers, pencils, glitter, and then some other helpful objects such as glue, tape, scissors, and then, of course, an empty pasta sauce jar, or any kind of jar that you can reuse, such as this one. While you crafty campers gather up your supplies, let's check out how my bonkers friends and I got crafty and musical earlier this week.
Hey campers, I'm Anna and I'm here with my fellow Camp Bonkers counselors, Maria, Nutmeg,
Cupcake.
And we're just having a little meeting discussing team building.
I mean, we're already a great team though, just saying.
Yes, but it doesn't hurt to think of new ways to become an even more awesome team.
Agreed. Okay, we should...
Attention, Camp Bonkers! Brace yourselves for the boisterous, bodacious, definitely not boring, Bonkers Battle of the Bands! Get those bands together and start practicing your favorite songs. Bonus points will be awarded for creativity. See you on the stage!
This is perfect! Oh, guys, we're at camp. Don't you need instruments to play in a band? What if we make our own instruments?
Yeah.
Wait. Hear me out. We may not have any instruments, but look.
Whoa!
I know, right?
Whoa.
This is like it's all planned or something.
Yeah.
I call dibs on drums.
Okay, Cupcake, you can be on drums.
Yes.
And if everybody's okay, I kind of want to be on the kazoo. It's kind of my dream.
Okay. I really, really, really want to be the banjo. Wait, don't you mean the guitar? No. Okay. Can I be a shaker?
Sure. Hey guys, we better get cracking on making this band. Oh wait, we're making the band. I get it.
Yeah, I get it.
All right, well we better get started.
Battle of the bands on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Battle of the Bands!
Oh, I'm so excited for the Battle of the Bands, and I can't wait for you guys to see what I built. Oh, we'll definitely check back on this later, but first, I've gathered my supplies. Oh, and my jar. So now, we are going to decide what I'm going to turn my jar into. A pencil holder, coin bank, brown sugar, a holder for my art supplies, or a new pot for a plant. It's awesome. Our ideas are endless. I think I'm going to make a new holder for my markers. Instead of going out and buying a plastic marker holder, I can reduce the amount of plastics I buy and make my own. How bonkers is that? Oh, and while I thought about this while I was eating pasta, I actually thought of a really good point. By being creative and thinking of cool ways to reuse things that we have around camp, like my jar, we can help our world become more sustainable. I mean, if we have all these cool resources lying around and we can make cool crafts and helpful things, why would we just throw them away? Let's make cool stuff. The first step to making your jar is washing out your jar and making sure you get all the sauce out of it and everything. And then I also tried to scrub off the label so we have a nice clear jar to work with. Next, I am going to start with my colored paper, as you can see. And I love colored paper because every time I use it with my crafts, it adds a really unique and awesome look to every craft. I think today I'm gonna use this kind of light yellow sand color. But of course, you can pick whatever color you want, or you can even just do a simple white. Or you don't even have to use colored paper. You can just use stickers, like so. I'm gonna start by grabbing my sheet of paper and I'm gonna draw something on it. I'm not quite sure what to draw. You guys could draw anything you want. You could draw your family, you could draw an animal, you could draw the sun, the moon, the stars, draw camp. You know what? I think I'm gonna draw a lake. I'm gonna draw a lake. And I also love going kayaking in the lake. So I'm gonna draw a kayak. And then I'm going to draw the water, obviously. Oh, and I'm also gonna draw a pine tree. Because whenever I think of a lake, I think of pine trees. And maybe I'll draw some birds. Maybe I'll draw some birds trying to steal someone's s'mores. That'd be funny. Okay. I think my drawing is done. Ta-da! I drew one of my favorite places to be at camp. So this is the paper we're going to be putting around our jar. Around this one. Just like this. So, to attach this, we're going to need some tape or some glue or even a sticker if you want. I'm going to be using some tape. And, of course, getting some scissors and cutting my tape. And if you need help, please don't forget that you can ask your parents or your siblings for help at any time. So, I'm going to grab my picture and going to tape it. Just like this, and then You're just gonna wrap it all the way around your jar, like this. And you wanna tape it on the other side. Tape it like that. There we go. And there is my jar. I think I'm gonna put my name on this. There we go. There's my name and my jar. And maybe I'll put a sticker of a bunny. That might be cute. Maybe I'll put a sticker of a porcupine. There we go. And, oh, we have to put the stuff that you're gonna put inside your jar. So I'm going to add my markers like this, and ta-da! My new Saving the World Sustainable Marker Anna Sunset Kayak Lake Pine Tree Pencil Holder, marker holder. There we go. See? Isn't it fun creating something? Especially when it can be so your own? Let's check back with my counselor friend Maria to see how she's doing for the Battle of the Bands. I think she's making some kind of shaker. Let's find out.
Hi Camp Bonkers, I'm Camp Counselor Maria, and today I will be making a shaker so that I can be a part of the coolest percussion section ever. We're getting ready to participate in the Bonkers Battle of the Bands, and today we're going to be making something cool, colorful, fun, bright, just like me. For this, you're going to need a plastic or a glass bottle with a lid. You're going to need pom-poms or beads, and you're going to need a handful of rice ribbon, a screwdriver, which we're going to be careful with. Okay, we're gonna get started with our bottle, which you don't need to buy a new one for because we're trying to be environmentally friendly. You're gonna start using your screwdriver and your cap, and you're gonna make a hole on it, which I already got one of the older counselors to help me out with. Now that I have my ribbon, I'm gonna take those and put them inside the lid and just give it a knot. There we go. I'm gonna take that and I'm going to cut it at a length that I like, so it just looks pretty. I'm not making that big of a mess, so it's going good. After that, you can put in your beads. My favorite part, I love pom-poms. They're so colorful and pretty. Now I just put a few of those in there. Once you're done making it in a way that you find it pretty and you're happy with your result, you're just gonna screw the lid on, shake, and enjoy the music. Thanks for watching, and I'm excited to see what yours looks like. Bye!
That is actually another great idea for a jar. Make a shaker. Thanks, Maria. I couldn't have thought of that one without your help. Reusing jars is a great way to be sustainable, and they're super amazing versatile objects. But did you know in America, 28 billion glass jars are thrown out every year? Let's make cool crafts like this one so we can reduce that number and be more sustainable. Now for our questions. This one is from Camper Olive and her mom Lee. Hey Anna, playing soccer is one of my favorite sports. What's your favorite sport? This is a tricky question because I like a bunch of sports. But I think volleyball, gymnastics, or even dance would be one of my favorites. This question is from Camper Ben. How long have you been a counselor at Camp Bonkers? I think I've been a counselor for about 6 months now, which is bonkers. And the last question is from Camper Sisters Jen and Mika. They say, we love hearing about adventures at Camp Bonkers. What's one of your favorite adventures? Now, this is a hard question. You know, I love food, so it's probably gonna have to be when I got to test out a bunch of pasta sauces that my counselor friends made. That was fun. Speaking of my favorite adventures here at Camp Bonkers, one of my favorite friends here is Cupcake. I think he's about to show us how to make a drum. Fun!
Oh, sorry. You just caught me practicing for Battle of the Bands. Now, obviously, I'm the drummer and everything, but I gotta get some drill drums. You know, drums that aren't just like, you know, a table going around here. We are going to make drums out of tin cans and balloons. Let's give it a go. For our first step, we're gonna grab a tin can, we're gonna grab a balloon, and then we're gonna grab a pair of scissors and then cut off the end so that it'll have room to stretch. So as you can see, the lid of the tin cans have been removed, and we used it by using a special can opener where the edges aren't sharp. Now, let us get this balloon over the tin can. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can Cupcake do it? Yes, Cupcake can do it. Now Cupcake has a drum. Aha! You can use these tin cans to create drums instead of throwing them away in the recycling bin. Now we got two. We got an orange one and a blue one. Let's see if we can get one more. It might make a different sound because, you know, with the different sizes, I think the bigger can is gonna make a lower sound and the smaller can is gonna make a higher sound. So now we have our 3 drums. So let's test out how this one sounds. Okay, now let's try to see how this one sounds. Yeah, so it's just how I suspected. This one's smaller, so it makes the lighter sound. And let's see how the medium one sounds. Now all that's left to do is pick up our sticks and start drumming. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm ready for the Battle of the Bands. See you there.
Thanks so much for joining us today. Bye for now, campers. Hi, campers. I'm Counselor Anna, and I'm the lucky one that gets to tell you everything about Camp Bonkers. So, what is Camp Bonkers, you ask? It's a place where you can come hang out with your friends and be creative and get inspired each and every day. And there are only 2 rules to Camp Bonkers: be yourself and be kind to others. And since we're spending so much time inside, you know, it's a place where you, your friends, your family can just come hang out every single day, take part in the wide variety of activities, and join our community. It's just like camp, but online. And it's a place that adults can trust is fun, safe, and positive. So what kind of things do we do at Camp Bonkers? Well, lots. From rap battles to bug races to food contests to game shows to slime making to space debates, you name it. So, whatever week it is, you should be ready for a bonkers adventure. Today on the show is about random animal art and a super s'mores challenge and a craft for supporting our community. What could be more fun on your first day of camp? Just before we get going, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Okay, now let's go bonkers! So, since Camp Bonkers is all about community, we are going to make a beautiful and inspiring sign to show our support for frontline health workers. And it's a great way to say thanks for keeping us healthy and safe. So, here's what I've gathered to do this. You are going to need a piece of paper. I got permission to use this one from the basement. It's a hardback, and I mean, we've got a lot of space to work with, but you could use like an old box or anything a bit sturdy should do just fine. I have got some colored pencils or markers. You can also use tape, stickers, glitter, paint, whatever you like. And of course, we need our inspiration and our imagination. So we're going to start off by drawing with a pencil the outline. And what I'm thinking of doing is making a 3D heart with the hashtag #ClapForDoctors inside. And you're probably wondering how I got the idea to do this. Well, last night, me and my mom went for a walk, keeping our distance from others, of course, but still getting fresh air and exercise because it's important. Staying inside a lot can be kind of tough on everyone in the family in different ways. So, you know, finding ways that you can express yourself is really important. And for me, I think it's drawing. Here is where I currently am at. So I think I'm done the outline, and we did it in pencil first because if we make mistakes, then it's easy to erase. But when you're happy with your outline, now you can move on to the next step, which is markers. So whenever I'm doing creative things like this, I always like to think of questions that are not so easy to answer. Where did hand washing start? Like, who said that we had to wash our hands, or who discovered it? And it was actually really interesting. I did some research. And in 1847, in Vienna, a doctor named, what was his name again? Simoes made the discovery that washing his hands drastically decreased the spread of contagions in the hospital he worked at. That's so cool. And, thinking that far back is kind of crazy, but pretty awesome at the same time. I mean, 1847 was forever ago. Oh, another question I thought of was, what came first? The color orange or the fruit orange? I also did my research, and you would think that the color came first because, well, there's lots of things in nature that you can name as orange, such as the sunset or the leaves in the fall, but actually, it didn't. It was the fruit that came first. The French called it the pomme d'orange, and then the color came after. Interesting. Okay, making progress on my drawing. All this coloring is making me kind of hungry. There, it's all done. This project has made me feel so connected to the world just simply from my window. If you want to try this at home yourself, go for it and have so much fun. But remember to ask an adult first. We don't want anyone getting in trouble. And speaking of you, our campers, it looks like we've already got some questions submitted. But while I gather the questions, let's check out this video from our Camp Bonkers guides, Yum the Marshmallow, and appearances from Hazel and Zip too. This is a sneak peek of all the activities that might happen here at Camp Bonkers. Check it out.
Hey there, campers! I'm Yum, and welcome to Camp Bonkers! Your home away from home from the comfort of your own home. Trust me, it makes sense. Don't worry about it. Camp Bonkers is a crazy fun place where you can hang out with friends, play games, go on adventures, sing songs, make fun food, conduct weird science experiments, make crafts out of recycling, tell funny jokes, hear terrible jokes, laugh at how terrible that joke was you just heard, and then tell a better one, do a cool dance, eat marshmallows, what? Hear a spooky story, take a tour of outer space, pull your pants over your shoulders, and quack like a chicken, have an intense debate with a sock puppet about the nature of the universe and lose the argument and then retaliate by putting it back on your stinky foot! I can't. It's too much. It's too much stuff to do.
Or is it just the right amount?
You're right, Hazel! So join us here at Camp Bonkers and let yourself go bonkers!
Camp Bonkers, Camp Bonkers, Camp Bonkers! Doesn't that look fun? Bonkers! I'm so excited. I can't wait. So, we've got a few questions. This one comes from camper Holly and her mom Lauren. Camp Bonkers seems like such a cool place. It is. Where is it? Well, Camp Bonkers is a virtual hangout. Anytime you feel inspired or creative, you can come hang out with your friends here at Camp Bonkers. And you know what makes Camp Bonkers so great? It's you! We value your uniqueness and we want to hear what you have to say. That's about it for today. Bye for now, campers!
Hey campers, welcome to Camp Bonkers, where every day is total, complete, utter, and amazing bonkers. I'm Magical Julie, or MJ for short, and I lead activities here at Camp Bonkers. And I love everything sparkles. Today, we are going to be creating the most perfect, the ooeyest, the gooeyest camp craft slime. Let's sparkle in! Hey campers, can you guess what time it is? It's slime time! This is my favorite camp craft. Why, you ask? Well, because it's super easy to make and it is so fun to play with. And you can totally make it your own. You can add whatever colors you love. I love blue, I love pink, And my favorite color is glitter. We use glitter at the camp all the time. It's so useful in so many different crafts. And did you know that slime can actually help reduce anxiety? That's right. As you're playing with the slime, it helps take the chatter out of your head and puts it into your creation. So, with that being said, let's get to it and put our minds into the slime. And don't forget, anytime we do anything in the kitchen or use any household ingredients, we want the permission and help from an adult. And they're super great at helping with the trickier parts. Okay, so we have our ingredient list here. We are going to need some Elmer's glue, some baking soda, shaving cream, and make sure you get the cream kind, not the gel kind, because you want your slime to be nice and foamy. And we are going to need some contact lens solution as well. And of course, our colors. Any colors you love. Did you know that Elmer's glue has a bowl on the front of it? Because originally, glue was made from a protein that was found in milk. Now, thanks to modern science, there's no animal products in this glue anymore, but it still sure makes things sticky. Okay, while I gather up all my equipment, we are gonna check in on camp counselors Anna and Maria and see how their party planning is going.
Hi campers of Camp Bonkers, I'm Counselor Maria.
And I'm Counselor Anna. So as you know, we were planning a super cool overnight sleepover.
Well, but then we found out most of our guests actually don't sleep during the night.
So we decided to throw a party instead. That way
Woo-woo.
everybody can join.
Party!
So, what's the most important thing to plan for a party?
Snacks, of course!
We could get some veggies and some
fruit,
fruit, some...
Cookies.
Did somebody say snacks?
Oh, hi, Cupcake.
Hi,
Yes,
Cupcake.
we did. We're
Hey.
planning that party we talked about.
Yeah, absolutely. And just so you know, just like some animals sleep during the day and some sleep during the night, different animals eat different things.
There's omnivores, there's carnivores, and there's herbivores.
Yep, totally.
You're like the specialist on snacks.
Well, I don't like to toot my own horn. Get it? My horn? My horn?
Good one, Cupcake.
Do you think you could help us, Cupcake? 'Cause
Absolutely,
we're
I
not
would
too
love
sure.
to help.
Okay,
Awesome.
on we go with our list.
Cupcake, who is one of my magical friends, if I haven't already mentioned, is helping them plan their party now. I can't wait to see where this goes. All right, everyone, guess what? It's slime time! We are going to be making our slime. So, first things first, we are going to need our glue. So, I am going to be pouring roughly 2/3 of a cup. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. A 1/4 cup of water. A little bit of baking soda, roughly 1/2 teaspoon. And a mix. How long do you think that slime has been around for? If you said 44 years, you'd be correct. Slime was made as a toy for children in 1976. It's ooey gooey fun, but is it a solid or a liquid? It's a liquid, but it's actually a non-Newtonian fluid, which means that it behaves both like a solid and a liquid. That's bonkers, huh? Well, I stir this up here. I think it's time to check back in with the party planning to see how they're going.
Hi guys, as you know, we are planning a huge party. And we are talking about snacks. We have Cupcake here to help us decide what kind of snacks we need since we have different kinds of animals.
True.
Like herbivores, omnivores, and carnivores. So our first animal is Peanut,
Peanut the elephant.
Oh, you guys are inviting Peanut. Awesome. Well, I can tell you that Peanut is a herbivore. As a matter of fact, the African elephant is the world's largest herbivore. He is so huge and he needs to eat so much. He needs to eat, get this, at least 300 pounds of food every single day.
300 pounds of food
That's a lot, but like how much is that?
It's probably about the same size as all of us.
Yeah, all of us combined. He could just roll, no problem.
Except he doesn't eat.
He doesn't eat
yes.
people. He
There-
doesn't eat
because-
people. He doesn't eat
yes,
unicorns.
he's a
He doesn't-
herbivore.
He's a
So, yes.
herbivore. They eat everything from
Cool.
fruits to roots to grass to bark, stuff like that.
So he won't be a
Root-
problem at our party.
Exactly.
No, okay, no.
Exactly. So yeah, get a nice salad and some fruit for him. He'll
yeah,
be very
some
happy.
healthy snacks.
All right, Yeah.
We have some
okay.
salad and some fruit for Peanut the elephant.
What is a party without snacks? Perhaps they should try making our chocolate pizza. If you missed our last week's episode, we made a chocolate pizza. You should definitely go check it out after you watch this episode. All right, I think it's time for our shaving cream. I'm gonna shake, 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 shake. Do you think that slime has any enemies, by the way? If you said yes, you'd be correct. Slime hates vinegar. Why? Because the vinegar will totally ruin the slime and make it fall apart. So make sure you keep your slime far away from any vinegar. Unless you want to make your slime fall apart, that could also be another fun experiment, hey? Okay, so we are gonna add our shaving cream. But we have to take the lid off. Okay, we are going to add our shaving cream. Roughly 2 cups. All right, and we are going to get stirring. Look at that. Our slime is coming together. Now, we are gonna add the contact lens solution, which is gonna help make our slime stick together. So you wanna make sure that your parents find the contact lens solution that has sodium borate and boric acid, because that is what makes your slime slimy and stick together. Almost there. It's getting slimy. A little bit more. My hands are messy. That's the best part about crafts, hey? We are getting sticky. Now, we are going to add some colors. You can see here our slime is ready for the colors. If you'd like, you can separate your slime into different bowls so that you can have different colors of slimes. Okay, I have my 2 other bowls. I think I'm gonna make a blue slime, a pink slime, it is slippery, and a green slime. And you can use your spatula to mix everything together so you don't get food coloring on your hands. Woo! Blue slime. So just keep mixing until you're happy with it. I'd say I'm pretty happy with that color. Now we are going to do our red slime, which is going to turn into pink because I didn't add too much red. Nice pink slime. And our green slime. What's your favorite color of slime? Do you think it's blue? Do you think it's pink? Or do you think it's green? You know what green slime reminds me of? If you've ever watched TV game shows, sometimes they'll dump the ooey gooey green slime all over the contestants. Could you imagine being covered in slime? That's pretty bonkers, isn't it? Okay, I have my green slime. I have my pink slime. Hold on here, I got slime hands. And our blue slime. And if you'd like, you could always try mixing different colors together to create different shades. Like if I take my pink slime and my blue slime and mush them together, what do you think it's gonna look like? It kind of looks like cotton candy, doesn't it? I love cotton candy, by the way. All right. Well, now my hands are pretty messy. Okay, guys, it's time for my favorite part, the glitter. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, it's glitter time! Look at all that glitter. I'm so excited to play with this glitter slime. While I play with my slime here, I'm also going to bring out my questions because it's question time from our viewers. So our first question comes from Camper Ben, and he asks, what is your favorite normal pizza topping? Well, Ben, what is normal? My favorite pizza toppings are pepperonis, pineapples, cotton candy, and sprinkles. I love my pizza the way I love everything else, bonkers style. Thank you so much for the question, Ben. Our next question is from Julie. She asks, my name is Julie as well, but how do I get magical powers? Well, Julie, you can add some magic to your day by making other people smile. Every time you make someone smile, you get a little bit more magic. Thanks for asking, Julie. Our next question is from Mark. Mark asks us, what inspired you to make a YouTube show? Well, I have so much fun here at the camp, but I want to share my joy with everyone. So I thought if I made a YouTube channel, I can share my fun adventures with you all, and you can watch anywhere in the world. Thanks for joining us again today, campers. It's my favorite time of the episode, finding your magic. How are we gonna find our magic today? I have an idea. Why don't we share one word that we want to live by today? So I think today I'm gonna choose kindness. I want to be kind to every person I meet today. What are you gonna live by? That's an amazing word. Thank you so much for sharing with me, and thank you so much for joining me on Slime Time, and until next time, bye! We have so many choices of glitter. I want the whole lid covered in glitter. This looks so magical. Glitter! Hey campers, and welcome to Camp Bonkers, where every day is total, crazy, unique, awesome bonkers. I'm Magical Julie, or MJ for short, and I lead craft activities here at Camp Bonkers, and I love to help you find the magic in each and every day. Speaking of magic, well, I thought today I could share with you my magical memory bank. I use this magical memory bank whenever I'm feeling a little magicless. It always helps me find my magic. A quick trip to the bank and I get to open it and see some wonderful memories that I have been so fortunate to make. And I start feeling my strong and magical self again. Today, we're going to be making your very own magic memory bank. And then we'll be checking in with counselors Anna and Emily as they clean up after their daytime animal party. Let's sparkle in. Today was an amazing day with Yum. We went on a canoe ride around the camp lake, and after we got back, we sang campfire songs with Counselor Maria. I am so grateful for this fun memory we made today. Oh, I love this memory. This was such a fun day. I wrote this 9 months ago, and I put it in my magic memory bank until today, where I got to read it and relive that magical moment. Today, I'm gonna bring some magic to you and show you how to make your own magical memory bank. And remember, we want to be magical and safe. So whenever we're crafting, make sure you have the help and permission of an adult. Something that's super magical about these memory banks is that you can use just about anything to create it. An old shoebox, an old jar, an old fishbowl, even if you wanted to. Get as bonkers as you want. This is your craft, and make sure that you choose something that's going to make your memories feel safe and special. And you can use to decorate it. What do you think we could use? Paint. Yes, we could use paint. And, do you think we could use stickers? Oh, stickers are also a great idea. Glitter. Of course, glitter. Well, I think I want to go find the perfect box for my memory bank. So while I do that, why don't we check in with counselors Anna and Emily and see how they're doing with the aftermath of their party.
Hi campers, Camp Counselor Anna here, and Amelie and I are just cleaning up after the day animal party.
Which was so much fun.
It sure was, but now it's the not so fun part, the cleaning.
Ooh. Well, let's just toss this in some garbage bags and we can get it done pretty quick.
Yeah. Okay, sure. Let's do it. I hope it doesn't take too long.
Did you say something about throwing everything in the garbage?
Yeah.
And that this isn't fun?
Yeah, that was me.
This is fun. Recycling is amazing, and I know how to do all types of recycling, so I'm gonna have to show you guys. I've cleaned up after tons of parties. I just so happen to be the master, okay? Like, I gotta show you guys. Honestly, I've cleaned up after parties, bar mitzvahs, my fish had a little gathering last Thursday. I think it was like 6 p.m. I cleaned up after that.
Okay, we get it.
Yeah. Okay, but really though, like I am a pro at this. Reduce, reuse, recycle, recover. That's my name. Well, it's actually Clyde, but you get the point.
Yeah.
So, let's get started.
Well, honestly, we don't know the difference with what's garbage and what's not.
That's why I'm here. I'm gonna show you guys, okay?
Okay, let's get this over with.
All right!
Groundskeeper Clyde to the rescue! A master garbage expert? This could go one of two ways. We'll check back in very soon. Guess what? I found the most perfect, the most magical memory box to use to make my bank. Boom! There it is. Today, I think I'm gonna make my memory bank pink and glittery. But, I don't actually have the color pink. But I do have the color red and the color white. So if I mix them together, I guess that will give me pink. Amazing. Okay, let's get started. I'm gonna take my palette here and I'm going to take my red paint and I'm gonna put some paint here. And I'm gonna take my white paint and I'm going to put some paint here. So we have our red and our white paints. And I'm gonna take my handy dandy paintbrush. So we're gonna put a little bit of red and see how that goes. Ooh, I like this color. You know what? I need way more paint than this. Let's go bonkers. And stir the paint. Now, you can see I have my lovely pink paint here. What else do you think I'm supposed to add? The glitter! Okay. Oh my goodness, we have so many choices of glitter. Oh, which one? Blue glitter. Some of this. Beautiful! And I want to use some of this pink sparkles. Ah, glitter! Okay. Now that we have our glitter mixture, you know what? I'm still not happy. I want more glitter. Do you see? Okay. More glitter. That's what I'm talking about. Nice and magical and sparkly. Now it's time to paint our bank. So, I want you to think of this memory bank as kind of like a mental snapshot saver. So the same way that you take a picture with, let's say, a best friend at a birthday, and then you go look back at that picture and you remember all the amazing things that happened that day, it's sort of the same concept with this bank. So whenever something really cool or fun happens, I want you to take a mental snapshot and put it in this bank so that one day you can come back, read it, and smile. I know sometimes when you're stuck in a rut and feeling like you've lost all your magic, well, it can be kind of hard to get out of those ruts. So I want you to think of this memory bank as a tool to get you out of those ruts. So whenever you're having a magicless day, I want you to come back to this memory bank and open it and read a memory or 2 memories or 3 memories, as many as you like until you find your smile again. Did you know there are actually ways to make your memories more memorable? Yeah, that's right. Our senses are linked to our emotions and our memories. Like smell. Smell is an incredibly strong sense for memories. For example, if you were having a big camp water fight and everyone was running around, but then someone was cutting grass next to you while you're playing, and that smell of that fresh cut grass wafts through the air as you're playing, and then let's say 3 days later, you're walking down the street and you smell that fresh cut grass, and then all of a sudden, your memory jumps back into your brain about that big camp water fight. That's because your smell is linked to your memory. Learning new things every day. Another fun fact about our memories is that the first time you do something, you're more likely to remember that. So if you learn piano for the first time you play it, you're likely going to remember that a lot more than you're going to remember the 180th millionth time you play it. So why not go out and make some super strong memories and try something new? You could also make a family memory bank. For example, my camp bunkmates and I have a memory bank for our cabin. So anytime something crazy, fun happens in our cabin, we write it down, we put it in the bank, and then we read it on a later date. And it's really fun because you get memories from everyone, not just you. So if you had a family memory bank, whenever something really fun happens in your family, and let's say your mom put something in it and you go read it, it's so special to read someone else's memory and see what they thought was super special and fun about that day. And the more people, the more magic. Okay, well, I let this dry for a moment. Why don't we check in with counselors Anna and Emily and groundskeeper Clyde and see how they're doing.
Hi campers, I'm here with Anna and groundskeeper Clyde.
Hi.
Hi.
Now Clyde is a self-proclaimed garbage expert. And he's helping us sort our garbage into their proper new homes.
There's a lot of garbage here. We gotta organize it. So, let me see here. That's right. This reminds me of a time. That's right. I think it was, 1983. It was a long, hot summer, and there was endless amounts of garbage. And I had to do a whole lot of cleaning. So, yeah.
Recycling.
Yes.
Let's get started.
Yeah, good idea. So, let me see here. I think I got my stuff to help with this project that we have here. That would be trash bin. Okay. And this is the blue recycle bin. And this is the green bin.
Whoa, you just
Okay.
had that sitting around?
Yeah, I'm always ready. It's
That's
kind of what I do,
pretty
you know.
cool.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna organize everything. Paper plates, they go in the green bin because they're soiled. These ones have food on them, so they can't be recycled.
Really? I thought they could be recycled because they're paper.
No, because once they get food all over them, it kind of wrecks it, and there's no one at the facility to, get the food off of it.
Oh, wow. Wait, do you know if it's better to compost or recycle?
Hello, Camp Bonkers!
Whoa!
What was that?
Who
was that?
I don't know.
It's me, Mother Earth.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Earth!
I love Mother Earth. She's the best.
Oh, I had a question. Is it better to recycle or compost paper?
Okay, let me think about this. I am a
wasn't
pro.
asking you.
Thank you. I'll just be back here if you need me.
I was asking the Earth.
All good. So, I hear you have a question about recycling versus composting.
Yeah,
No,
that's
not me. I'm kind of bored. That was Anna.
bored. What? But this is our first thing. Anyways, hi Earth. Yeah, that was me. I was wondering what's better, compost or recycling paper?
Hi, Anna. Well, it depends. For paper, it's actually best to use less of it in general, but the next best thing is to recycle, because that way it can be made into new paper, and less trees will need to be cut down in order to make it. Composting is good too, but it doesn't get remade into paper that way.
Makes sense.
She's really smart. She knows everything.
Well, we still have a lot of stuff to go.
We really do.
I'm not feeling so good. People keep throwing stuff in the trash that could be recycled. I think I'm getting a fever.
Oh, no.
But what you're doing might help.
Yeah.
Well, we better speed this up. I don't want Earth to puke all over us.
Ew, that's gross.
Earth is sick? There's talk of puke! The team is racing to get those items sorted and recycled. What a cliffhanger! We'll check back in on that story soon. I think my bank is looking pretty good, but I think it's missing something. I think I need to add some stickers. Let's see here. We have so many to choose from. We have these ones, and we have these ones, and we even have some glitter tape. What do you think? Should we put one on the top? I think so. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yes. And you know what? I'm gonna add a little bit more paint to the top to make it wet, and then I'm gonna pour glitter on top because I'm looking at this and it's not looking glittery enough for me. I need it full of glitter, full of magic. Okay, what should we do? I really like this blue. Let's do this blue again. Oh yeah, need more? Oh, there we go. Okay, I want the whole lid covered in glitter. Oh my goodness, this looks so magical. Wow, this is so sparkly and so magical. Now that my magic memory bank is complete, I need to wait for the glitter to dry. So I think I'm gonna get ahead and deposit a memory into the bank. Do you know what I'm gonna deposit for my memory today? If you said, I'm gonna put the memory of us making this memory bank together, then you know me too well already, because that's exactly what I'm gonna put in my memory bank today. Thank you so much for being a part of this special memory. I cannot wait to look back at this moment months from now and pull it out and smile at it. Why don't we take a look at what other ideas we can put in our memory? So let me take my old memory bank here, and I'm gonna pull out some examples and show you what else and what other things you could be putting in this bank. So let's see here. What do you call a self-portrait done by a cat? A portrait. A portrait, like paws of a cat. Oh, I love this joke. Well, I feel full of happy memories and joy. I love the way our magic memory bank here looks, and I think it's time for your questions. Camper Tyler asks us, after watching your episode about chocolate pizza, I made it for my family. My mom actually suggested that we add some chili flakes to the chocolate, and I thought that was bonkers. But it turns out it's pretty popular in other parts of the world, like Mexico. And the spice mixed with the chocolate actually tasted amazing. Do you like spice? Do I like spice? I love spice. But when I was younger, I didn't like spicy food so much. It's something that I really came to appreciate as I got older. Now I put spices on everything, and I definitely love chili flakes on my pizza. And I love chipotle mayo, which I eat quite regularly only because we have French fries here at the camp, and it's so amazing to dip your fries in chipotle mayo. Next question we have here. Camper Sarah says, I loved watching you make slime. Woo! I also did the slime, but I didn't have any glitter, so my mom and I said we should use sprinkles. Oh, sprinkles. Oh no, I did that too. The sprinkles got wet and all the slime turned brown. Do you suggest anything else to use to create that glittery look? P.S. I really like your hair. Oh, thanks, Camper Sarah. So other things you could use could be, if you have any beads at home, like crafting beads, you could throw that in your slime if you have sparkly ones or clear ones, anything that'll give it a shine, really. And now it's time for my favorite part of the episode, remembering to find the magic in our day. Oh, I have an idea. Let's say 3 things we're grateful for. I'm grateful for the counselors that work here because they are so amazing. And I'm grateful for you for joining me today. And I am so grateful for this amazing memory bank that I get to use over and over and over again. And that's gonna bring me so much joy. So thank you so much for being a part of that today. And I hope your day sparkles. Oh, wait. What things are you grateful for? Tell me 3 things you're grateful for. Oh, amazing. Oh, thank you so much for sharing with me. Well, I hope your day sparkles, and until next time, bye! Plants could talk, they could be hairy, and they could eat things? Pretty unbelievable, huh? Hey campers, welcome to Camp Bonkers, where every day is total, complete, utter, amazing bonkers. I lead craft activities here at Camp Bonkers, and I love to help you find the magic in each and every day. Since my goal is to always help you find the magic around you, and since spring is in full swing with the trees and flowers blooming all around us, I thought it would be a great idea to explore the world of leaves, as in tree leaves. And we'll be drawing a super bonkers leaf art picture. Oh my goodness! Today is a big episode. We're gonna be checking in with Nutmeg as she has a ice cream meltdown and recovers. And we'll be checking in with counselors Anna and Emily as they create something called elephant toothpaste. I wonder what that is. Wow, we have a lot to get to. It's pretty unbelievable. Get it? Unbelievable leaves? And with that, let's sparkle in. Did you know that in the fall, when you see all those beautiful trees out there with the reds and the greens and the yellows, that's actually the tree's true color. So in the summertime, the leaves get full of chlorophyll, which then in the fall breaks down and then turns the leaves back to their normal colors. But the chlorophyll presents as a green color in the summertime, which is why you get those massive, beautiful green leaves in the summer and those very pretty yellow, orange, and red leaves in the fall. And since plants and trees provide us with oxygen and different types of nutrients and even some medicines, I thought it would be an amazing idea to make a tribute photo for them. So today we're going to be drawing a bonkers picture using some leaves to say thank you to all of our leaf and plant friends. And you're going to be learning some amazing and bonkers facts. And remember, you want to stay magical and safe. So we are going to need the help and permission of an adult whenever we're going outside or we're making any kinds of crafts. All right, let's get started. Today, for our craft, we are going to be using crayons. And I find this paper the best to draw with only because it's really thin. So tracing paper for this one would be ideal, but if you don't have that, it will still work on any other types of papers that you have. You could also use wax paper that you use for baking. That can be handy too. And we're going to need leaves. But how about I organize all of this and we check in with Nutmeg.
Nutmeg!
And as I said, spring is in full swing. That means there's warmer weather on the way. And what do you eat in warm weather? Ice cream! And I happen to know Nutmeg loves ice cream. Let's check in and see how she's doing.
This is the best day ever! You know what make this day even greater? Ice cream!
Ice cream!
Ice cream! Ice cream! Where are you? Where's the ice cream truck?
Oh, there's no ice cream truck. I'm just listening to the music. The sound makes me happy enough.
So there's no truck?
No, just it's beautiful music. That's all we need.
Hello? Is this the Ice Creamy and Creamery shop? Okay, great. Can I order some ice cream to Camp Bonkers? You're out of ice cream? Oh no. It's okay. At least we can call the emergency hotline. Hello? Hello? Emergency hotline? Oh. Huh? They're not answering! I'm never gonna get any ice cream! Nutmeg, what's wrong? It's such a beautiful day outside and I really want ice cream, but I can't get any.
Well, stop sulking, silly. We can make ice cream with all the stuff we have right here.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, campers. We need to help Nutmeg get some ice cream in her stomach right now. So, first, we want to use a smaller Ziploc bag, and we're going to put 1/4 cup of half and half, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract into the bag.
Oh, that looks good. Now is that ice cream?
Not yet. Be patient, Nutmeg. Okay, now I want you to squeeze it really tight and get all the air out of the bag.
Okay. Perfect.
Good job.
Ice cream!
Okay, now we put 1 cup of ice cubes and 3 tablespoons of salt in the big bag.
I can't wait to eat this. Okay, now do we put this bag in this bag?
Yeah, exactly. Good job. And now you have to shake the bag. Keep going.
Oh my goodness. Can we put all the toppings on it?
Yeah, can we put some sprinkles? I love sprinkles.
Oh, yeah, and also chocolate chips.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is the best day ever. Thank you so much. Ice cream.
Ice cream!
Ice cream song. This is an ice cream song.
Hey guys, what's going on? Are you guys having ice cream?
Oh, I'm sorry, Cupcake. We finished it all.
We'll make more next time.
Okay, make sure to put ketchup and mustard in mine when you're making another one, okay?
We'll see you next time.
Would you look at that? I didn't know you could make ice cream at home. That was pure magic. Thank you so much, Nutmeg. Now it's time to draw our picture. So what we're gonna do is grab your crayons and your leaves. Oh, I didn't introduce the leaves I'm drawing today. Okay, let me do that first. It's very important you meet our leaf friends. So first we have, do you know what this one is? Can you guess? It's a maple leaf. This is the leaf that we have. So I spent a long time searching for these leaves because, I mean, springtime isn't the best time to find leaves on the ground, but it's still possible. It's just way more of an adventure. So I did find these two on the ground. I did not pluck them from the trees. And I found this beautiful, beautiful maple leaf, which I'm so lucky to have found because it's huge. And I also have this cherry blossom leaf, which I also drew another photo of. Now, the maple leaf here comes from yep, you guessed it, a maple tree. Now, these trees are some of my favorites because in the fall, like we talked about earlier, they turn into those beautiful orange and green and yellow and red colors. And also because it produces my favorite food. Can you guess? That's right, maple syrup. Oh, maple syrup is so delicious. You could put it on pancakes, you could put it on waffles, you could put it on just about any breakfast food, I think. It's so delicious. Then our other leaf here comes from the cherry blossom tree, which are one of my favorite trees to look at because they are stunning with their beautiful pink colors. And they're really interesting because they bloom these flowers right at the beginning of spring, and then they quickly fall down petal by petal, just like snow. So now that we've learned about our leaf friends, we are going to draw them. And I think I'm gonna make a leaf collage today with mine. So I'm gonna get my crayons out here. I've got lots to choose from. I find when I'm drawing these pictures that using crayons with a darker tone helps bring out the leaf a lot more. So we're gonna take our leaf and we are gonna put it under our paper like so. I'm gonna put this one aside because I'm gonna come back to it, I promise. Oof, what colors do we want to use today? I like this one. This one is red violet. I think this is a pretty good color for a leaf. So you're gonna take your crayon like so, and you're gonna put it on the side. So you wanna use the side of the crayon versus the tip because you don't wanna break the paper or break the leaf. So you're gonna be very careful and gently just rub your crayon against the paper, and before you know it, you'll have a leaf appearing right on your paper, just like magic. Cherry blossoms are my favorite because of their pink color, but they are also the national flower of Japan. And not only do they symbolize the coming of spring, but they're also a sign of hope and renewal. And this fact is super cool. One of their traditions in Japan with the cherry blossoms is to sit underneath of it and have a picnic when they're in full bloom. That sounds like the most magical picnic ever. I want to do that next year, for sure. I want something else, I want orange. And another bonkers fact about the cherry blossom tree is that those beautiful flowers that they bloom only last for roughly a week before they all fall down. So you know what? I am so grateful for those trees that even though they only bloom for a week, that they do bloom because I love enjoying that week that they are out and full. So I'm currently shading in the maple leaf, which comes from our maple trees. And you know Canada, we love our maple trees. They have been a Canadian symbol for a very long time. In fact, I think the earliest recorded date of a maple tree being used as a symbol for Canada was the early 1700s. Now that's a long time ago, but did you know that maple trees are actually ancient trees, okay? The oldest found fossil of a maple tree is over 100 million years old. That's bonkers old. But not only are they super ancient trees, they also live for a super long time. The average lifespan of a maple tree, if it's healthy, is around 300 years. That's older than my grandma. Okay, so I think I'm pretty happy with this maple tree drawing I have here. So I'm gonna switch over to my other small leaf from our cherry blossom tree. I'm gonna use blue. Okay, I wanna make this one super colorful and tons of different colors because I want it to be bright and I want it to stand out. And now I'm gonna use purple again. And I told you that it took me a super long time to find these leaves on the ground because they're not falling down as often as they would in the fall right now. It is super fun to go out and find all these new leaves and explore. But remember, you also want the help and permission of an adult when you go out there, just because some plants can be dangerous to us because it's their natural defense system against predators. And sometimes our bodies just can't process those nutrients properly, so it could make us sick. So even if it seems safe, make sure you have the help and permission of an adult. So with all the magical facts I've told you so far, haven't convinced you that plants are absolutely magical, hold on to your seats because I'm gonna give you my 4 favorite leaf and plant facts. Number 1, we've talked a lot about the maple tree so far, but what if I told you that maple trees could talk to us? Yes, talk to us. Okay, well, maybe not talk to us, but they can communicate with us. Let's say the maple tree is feeling sick. Its leaves are going to turn colors a lot sooner, and the leaves will fall off a lot sooner than trees of the same species. So that's how trees can kind of communicate with us and tell us that they're not feeling well. See, I told you they could talk. And number 2, that maple leaf I found was pretty big, like probably as big as my head if I held it up to my face. But do you think it's the biggest leaf that's ever been found? No, you're right. The biggest leaf is found in the Amazon River, and it is the giant water lily. Now these leaves can grow up to 2 meters in diameter. That's bonkers huge. And fact number 3, plants that grow in extreme weather conditions, like say the desert, can grow some pretty bonkers looking leaves. Their leaves, hold on, can even be hairy. Isn't that bonkers? They develop these traits to protect themselves against predatory animals. Pretty unbelievable, huh? Unbelievable. I snuck it in again. And number 4, the Venus flytrap. Now this one is a super cool plant. It is shaped like a hinge and it has small teeth all around the edges. And when an unsuspecting fly is flying in and it zooms and it lands for a quick rest, the Venus fly will trap the fly, and that's how it gets its food. And that's why it's called the Venus flytrap. Now, if I told you at the beginning of this episode that plants could talk, they could be hairy, and they could eat things, I don't know if you'd believe me, but now you know. So, don't you think that is so magical? Okay, well, what do you think here of my finished product? I love it! Oh, I love the rainbow collage. And I am so grateful for all of the wonderful plants and trees that give us oxygen to breathe and provide us nutrients in our food and even life-saving ingredients in medicine. So I think I'm gonna keep this picture on my fridge. That way I can always remember how grateful I am for all the amazing plants and leaves. Oh, here's a magical question. Do you think that leaves are used in toothpaste? In fact, they are. And I think counselors Anna and Emily are creating something like a toothpaste of their own. Let's check in.
Hi Camp Bonkers, I'm Camp Counselor Anna.
And I'm Camp Counselor Emily.
And last time you were here with us, we were planning an animal party.
Yeah, it was so much fun learning about all the different diets of the Camp Bonkers animals.
But after the party, a lot of the animals had really stinky breath. Like, really stinky.
But we came up with a solution. We're gonna make some elephant toothpaste.
Elephant toothpaste is the explosion of foam mixture with yeast, food coloring, hydrogen peroxide, and dish soap. It's not really a toothpaste. It's just really fun to make. But wait, elephant toothpaste is only gonna help Peanut the elephant. What about Scribbles the cat and Claus the grizzly bear?
Okay, I got it. We're gonna make some animal toothpaste! We should take some safety precautions.
Put on some safety goggles and some very handy gloves, and we're good to go. First thing we're gonna do is pour some yeast, a few tablespoons, into a small cup. Next, we're gonna pour 1/4 cup of dish soap. And we're gonna get the hydrogen peroxide and pour 1/3 cup into a separate measuring cup. Now that we have a 1/3 cup of hydrogen peroxide and a 1/4 cup of dish soap, we're gonna pour it into this bottle.
Now we have to add some green food coloring.
The last step before we actually put the yeast into this mixture, we're gonna put hot water into the yeast and mix it.
Do you want to take a turn?
Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah. Just really gotta mix it. Oh, okay.
And that's why we wear safety goggles.
Okay, now we're gonna pour it in and see what happens.
That's awesome!
Do you guys see this? That's pretty messy.
Yeah.
But it's super fun to make.
Whoa, what a great science-based craft that was. And what a cool looking laboratory. And now it's time for questions submitted by you, our lovely campers. Our first question here comes from camper Jasdeep. What kind of memories can I put in the memory bank? Does it have to be memories? Well, you can add anything to the memory bank. You could add a funny joke. You could add a funny memory of your friend spilling all of their milk out of the nose after laughing at a funny joke. Or you could add a picture of your dog or a fun memory playing with your dog. Really, you could add anything that makes you happy. Thanks for the question. And our next question here comes from camper Brittany. She says, I loved the memory bank episode. I pulled out a memory that had my best friend in it. Is it okay for me to share it with my best friend and tell her about the wonderful memory that we made? Absolutely. If you have a memory that you think is going to make her smile, then by all means, go ahead and share that memory and share that magic. And our last question here comes from camper David. What do you like most about sparkles and glitter? What a great question. Oh, that's a hard one. I love the fact that no matter what you put the glitter or sparkles on, it turns it magical. It's glitter time! This looks so magical! You could take something that's maybe plain or doesn't look like much, like a piece of paper, and turn it into a magical picture. I love that glitter brings a sparkle to anything that you use it with, just like the way I try to bring magic into your day. Thank you so much for joining us today. And remember, campers, to find the magic in each and every day. I think I'm gonna find my magic today by choosing one word to live by. Today, I choose to be confident. What word do you choose to live by today? Oh, amazing! That's a great choice. Well, thank you so much for sharing with me, and I hope your day sparkles. Until next time, bye! Okay, here we go. Not fast enough. Okay, one more time. I'm Magical Julie, or MJ for short, and I lead craft activities here at Camp Bonkers, and I love to help you find the magic in each and every day. Hey campers, do you know what's pretty magical? Being able to fly. And oh my goodness, do you hear that? What could it be? Is it something that flies? Oh, I know, it's Superman. No. Is it a plane? No? Okay, one more try. Is it birds? Yes! Woo! I should have known. We go bird watching here at Camp Bonkers all the time. They are incredible creatures, being able to fly, swoop, and land. They can do it all. Here at Camp Bonkers, we love bird watching so much that I thought we should make something wonderful for our bird friends. Today, we are going to be making our very own bird feeders. and learning some wonderful bird facts. And as we make our bird feeders, we will also be checking in with camp counselor Emily, who will be learning about a campfire craft with the help of groundskeeper Clyde. And with that, let's sparkle in. Just like you and me, birds are very unique creatures. There are over 9,000 different types of birds on this planet. And right now, there are over 200 billion birds alive. That's a lot of birds. That's bonkers. And with the start of summer coming up, what a better time to put a bird feeder out in the yard. So let's get started on creating a bird feeder for all of our flying friends. And remember, you want to stay magical and safe. So whenever we're going outside or doing any type of craft, we want to have the help and permission of a parent. So today we are going to be using a milk carton, but you could use a juice carton, you could use a cardboard one or a plastic one, whatever you prefer. We are going to be using a paintbrush, some paint, some disposable chopsticks, some string, that way we can tie our birdhouse outside somewhere, some markers for decorations, and remember, this is your craft, so you want to get creative with it and make it however you like. But remember, since there will be birds interacting with our bird feeder, we want to make sure all of the ingredients that we are using today are bird friendly and safe for them. As I get my items sorted here, why don't we check in with camp counselor Emily, who is creating the perfect project for anyone thinking about going camping this year.
Hey Camp Bonkers, it's Camp Counselor Emily. Today I really wanted to make a campfire, but to be honest with you, I don't know how. But we have to, right? It's in the name, campfire. Oh, hey groundskeeper Clyde.
Just got a lot of work to do here. I'm just trying to fix some things up here and make sure.
We have company.
Oh! Hi, how are ya?
Since you're so good at fixing stuff and
Yeah.
you make Camp Bonkers look so nice.
I do, yeah.
Could you help us make a campfire?
I would absolutely love to. You know, I'm good at making fires. I know how to make big fires and little fires, and fires the size of skyscrapers.
Yeah, but can we make a campfire that they can make at home too?
Yeah, one that's safe. It's not a real fire, just a play fire with arts and crafts.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see what I can find here. You just hold on. Would you
Okay.
mind humming a little tune or something? Keep going. Okay. I even labeled the box.
Wow.
Home, no fire, campfire supplies.
You had this just lying around?
Yep.
Wow, I'm glad I asked you to help.
A campfire? So neat, especially one that doesn't involve any real flames. But I'll remind you again, if you're ever crafting or doing any type of project, especially involving flames, you want to make sure you have the help and permission of an adult. Let's get started. First, we are going to be drawing windows on our bird feeder. You want the windows to be about a quarter away up the carton. That way there's space for all the yummy food to sit at the bottom. And you want the window to be large enough so that the birds can easily reach their yummy food. So I'm going to take my handy dandy marker here and draw some lovely windows on my bird feeder. By the way, do you think all birds eat the same type of food? If you said no, you'd be correct. Just like us, birds like to eat many different types of foods. So some eat nuts, oats, seeds, some eat nectar, and some even eat other animals. Okay, we have our one window drawn here. Time to draw the other one. It's almost like I've drawn a perfect window for this cow to look out of. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be cutting the window out, cow. Okay, look at that. Another window for our little cow friend. Okay, now that you've drawn the windows on your bird feeder, you can ask an adult for help to cut them out. But I think I'm gonna use my magic. Perfect. Now that we have our windows, we can move on to the fun part, painting. And I think today I'm going to be using the color blue because it's the same color as they fly through. Oh my goodness, I just rhymed. Did you see that? Let's get painting. By the way, I am using acrylic paint today because it is one of the safer paints to use and won't harm our bird friends. Did you feel like yawning just there? That's because yawns are contagious. Did you know budgies will catch other budgie yawns? So if one budgie yawns, they'll likely all yawn. Scientists believe this to be an instinctual trait that we don't really have control over. Hey, do you know what else can be contagious? A smile. So don't forget to share your smile today. While I continue painting my bird feeder, why don't we check in with groundskeeper Clyde and Emily as they continue their campfire craft.
Alrighty Alright guys, now we're gonna start making the campfire.
And we have all the supplies ready, and I'm sure you do too. The first thing we're gonna do is wrap these little guys. These are gonna be like the logs. We're gonna paint them brown. Doesn't need to be perfect, and if you make a mess, you gotta clean it up.
Oh no. Here we go.
Okay, so we'll put them together, maybe like this. Okay, we'll put some rocks in there now. Let's use some tissue paper. Ooh, it's already getting hot. All right,
You should have put this on a piece of cardboard.
Holy, look at that. Wow. Whoa, not too close to my face. Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Okay, grab the stick and there you go. You can make all sorts of different stuff. Sausages, can of baked beans and cook them on there. An old shoe. We could even make toasted marshmallows. Whoa!
That's amazing.
Looks pretty tasty.
Let's go wash our hands before we eat these.
That's a great idea. My hands are covered in paint.
15 seconds later.
Whoa! What the?
That looks delicious. I'd like some of that.
Spooky.
Hey, that reminds me of a spooky story.
Spooky stories? I love spooky stories. Check in next week to hear Clyde's campfire spooky story. Woo! Ta-da! Here is my painted birdhouse, which I let dry while you were so busy checking in with groundskeeper Clyde and camp counselor Amelie. Now we can move on to the next steps. We are going to be taking our marker and drawing dots where we want our bird feeder rest to go and a dot where you want your string to go so we can hang the bird feeders. I want my bird feeder rest to be right about here. Perfect. I'm going to hang my bird feeder from this dot here. I have put the pokes into my bird feeder, so now we can move on to the final steps, which will be putting our bird rest through the holes and putting our string. Ooh. We are going to also put our string through the bird feeder so we can hang it. And I'm going to be drawing some artistic pictures on this bird feeder myself. So you're going to want to take your chopstick and put it through both holes. That way the birds have a nice spot to rest on, just like that. By the way, do you think all birds need to rest as they eat? Is there any birds that come to mind that you don't ever see sitting on a branch or sitting on a bird feeder like this? Maybe it's buzzing around and flying around. Do you know what bird that is, campers? If you said a hummingbird, you would be correct. Hummingbirds are known for their speedy wings, which can flap at about 50 to 200 times per second. That is fast. I have an idea. Let's see if I can move my wings that fast. Okay, here we go. Not fast enough. Okay, one more time. Okay, I'll leave the speedy wings to the hummingbirds, but that goes to show how fast their wings really do move, which is why they don't need to rest as they eat. They can just hover above the flowers as they eat the delicious nectar. All right, just need to poke this string through the hole here, which is turning out to be a little bit more challenging than I expected, but that's okay, because we will get it. We just need to persevere. Oh, look at that. With the help of my handy dandy chopstick, I've put the string through. We are going to make it nice and long, so that way we have options when we are looking to hang it. Look at this bird feeder. It is ready to hang, but I want to add a few finishing touches on it because I want to make it my own creation. I want to draw some really nice grass on the side of this. I want this to be the sky, and I want this to be the grass, and ooh, maybe I'll draw some clouds too. I'm gonna draw grass all around my bird feeder. Okay, we've got some grass on our bird feeder, and I think we need some clouds. Drawing a cloud here, another cloud here. You know what would be so magical? A happy cloud. Let's draw a happy cloud. Gonna put one eye, two eyes, and a big smile. Because like we said before, smiles are contagious. So maybe the birds will smile as they eat their food. Here is our bird feeder. It is all ready to hang. I am so happy with the way it looks, and even the bird feeder is happy. Look at that smile. And now we need to put the bird food inside of our bird feeder. So we are going to grab this bird food bag here. So you can get ones like this at any pet store. Typically it comes with sunflower seeds and corn and millet and oats and many different types of things. But if you don't want to buy some, you can always ask an adult to help you make your own at home, which is just another fun craft. All right, you might need 2 people to help you with this because the bag is pretty big, but I'm gonna do it by myself, so here we go. Okay, the bird food is going everywhere. This is typically how my crafts go, they're always messy. Let's try that again. We need to get the food into the bird feeder so the birds can eat it. Okay, oh yeah, that's the trick, there we go. All right, now we have our bird food in here for all the birds to enjoy and eat this delicious food. And my goodness, I've made a mess as usual. I think I'm gonna hang my bird feeder right outside my cabin window. That way I can see when all my bird friends come and eat the food. I'm so excited. Now it's time for questions from our campers. I have a question here from camper Natasha. I saw your craft where you made a memory bank and you pulled out a joke that I really liked.
What do you call a self-portrait done by a cat? A portrait.
Do you know any more jokes? I know a lot of jokes. I love telling jokes. Okay, are you ready to laugh? What do you call a sleeping dinosaur? A dino snore. Get it? Like snore, because he's sleeping. Thanks, Natasha. Next question comes from Camper Brooklyn. I really enjoyed drawing the leaves in the Unbelievable episode. We have lots of houseplants here at our house. Do you have any houseplants? Yes, I do. I have lots of houseplants as well. Snake plants, aloe vera plants, pothos plants, prayer plants. I have so many plants. I have to even give my plants a bath once a week because there's just so many of them. Camper Robin asks, hey MJ, those fluffy Japanese pancakes we made were so good. My mom is from France and sometimes makes us crepes. It's like a pancake but different. Have you ever tried them? I love crepes. My mom used to make them for us growing up because her mom used to make them for her, and then her mom used to make them for her. Crepes have been in my family for a very long time, and they have a very special place in my heart. Thanks for the question, Robin. Last but not least, remember to find the magic in each and every day. Today, I think I'm gonna find my magic by sharing one word that I want to live by. Today, I want to be thoughtful. What word will you live by? Amazing! Thank you so much for sharing with me today, campers, and I hope your day sparkles. Until next time, bye! There we go. Green like the grass, and blue like the sky, and yellow like the sun, and purple like... What's purple? I'm Magical Julie, or MJ for short, and I lead craft activities here at Camp Bonkers, and I love to help you find the magic in each and every day. Speaking of something magical, you'll never guess what I found walking around the camp today. I found this magical looking item. It's called a chatterbox. How magical! It tells fortunes, even more magical. Fortune tellers, lucky charms, and magic have been around for a very, very long time. In fact, even my own magic goes back to my great grandma. So I thought we could keep the magical tradition alive, and today I would show you how to create your very own magical chatterbox. And as we create them, I'll show you how it works and how to use it. And then we'll be checking up with Camp Counselor Amelie and Groundskeeper Clyde as he tells some more spooky stories. Let's sparkle in. Behold, the chatterbox, or as it's sometimes called, the fortune teller, cootie catcher, whirly bird, salt cellar, and the paku paku. This origami tradition has been around since the 17th century and is usually made by kids, like you campers. It is said that the chatterbox answers your questions and can tell your future. So cool!
Although, keep in mind, it is meant more so for fun, so we're not supposed to take it too serious, but regardless, I am so excited to ask my big camp question today. Ooh, do you have any questions for this magical chatterbox? You can send your questions to me at campbonkers.com. And remember, you want to stay magical and safe, so make sure whenever we're crafting, you have the help and permission of an adult. For today's craft, you are going to need a piece of paper, some markers, and a pen. You know what? I have a better idea. Instead of using this small piece of paper, I think I want to use a giant piece of paper. So let's save this one for another craft. This is more like it. I'm going to create a giant chatterbox because, you know, the bigger the paper, the more magic. I think that's how it works, right? I am so excited. But before we begin, let's check in on groundskeeper Clyde and camp counselor Amelie and see how they're doing with their spooky stories.
Hi campers! So groundskeeper Clyde here. Just helped me make this awesome campfire.
Yeah.
But now, groundskeeper Clyde's gonna tell us a scary story.
I am. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, it's pretty scary.
Okay.
Okay. Get ready. It was a dark and stormy night at Camp Bonkers.
Really?
The clouds were over the cabin. It was spooky. You could hear birds chirping. And I felt really strange reading my book because I felt like the clouds were closing in on me. And then all of a sudden, whoosh!
Oh, so your power went out?
Yes, that's right, the power went out. And then the clouds came in, and I knew it was time to find something else to keep the light going. So I looked around, high and low and under tables. Clouds were coming, and I found a candle. And I lit it. And that brought light for a little while, and then, boom!
What happened?
Well, there was a noise outside. I don't know what it was, but the candle went out.
Well, did you have a window open?
Hey, wait a second. Yeah, I never thought of that before. That's what happened. It's the wind, and then the candle went out. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, the candle would have gone out. Okay, yeah, that's right. Thanks. No one's asked me that before.
Is that the end of the story?
Yeah, I think that is the end of the story. It's a pretty good story, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just dark in there, and I was scared. But I'm glad that you're my friend, and I can tell you about my story.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, well, good story, Clyde.
Thank you.
That was so much fun. I can't wait to hear the next spooky story. We'll check back in on them shortly. Okay, now it's time to get started on creating our chatterbox and making some magic. Okay, so the first step, we are going to fold one side of the paper to the other side of the paper, just like this, until you have a nice triangle shape. Perfect. So it's going to look like this, kind of like a paper airplane. And then you want to have the help of an adult to cut off this side here. I'm going to be very careful and to cut my piece of paper here. Ta-da! You can always save the other side of paper for another craft because we like to be resourceful here and save and reuse. Okay, so once you've cut the top half, it should look like a nice triangle, but then you're gonna open it up and it's gonna be a perfect square, just like that. I love origami. Oh, hey, by the way, did you know that origami is derived from two Japanese words? Ori, which means fold, and gami, which means paper. So together you get origami or folded paper. Next, we want to bring this edge of the paper to this edge of the paper. So here we go. Fold again.
The origins of origami are still unknown to this day, but it's thought to have originated somewhere in Asia. Okay, now we are going to open our origami and look at that. A nice center point, which will help guide us on our next step. We are now going to fold in the corners like so. This part can be kind of tricky, so if you need help from an adult, don't be afraid to ask for it. And if it's not perfect, that's okay. It's all part of the fun. Great. Okay, now you should have something that looks like this. Did you know that there is a belief that if you folded 1,000 paper cranes, you would be granted one wish? How magical is that? But I wonder how long it would take to fold that many paper cranes. Probably a really long time. I think you would likely deserve that wish after all of those cranes are folded. Okay, now this chatterbox we're making is quite big, but the largest origami paper folded crane was 256 feet. That's bonkers huge! Now it's time to move on to the next steps. We've got this much so far. Now it's time to flip over our paper. Boop. And now we want to fold the corners like we did last time, but on the opposite side. So here we go. 1 fold, and 2 folds, and 3 folds, and 4 folds. Now you should have something that looks like this on this side, and it looks like this on this side. So you can go ahead and place that back down on the table, and the next steps are to write numbers all along the small triangles. Now, you can write 1 to 8, you could write any number you like. You're gonna be counting these numbers, so you can put whatever you like. I think I'm gonna do 1 to 8, but I think I'm gonna do them out of order and be bonkers. You can do it however you like since it is your chatterbox. Here we go. Are you ready? We're gonna count to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. We have all of our numbers. Now we want to bend it around a little bit so that we get the paper a little bit more flexible. Reminds me of when I do my yoga on the beach at the camp lake. I love doing yoga. It helps me keep fit and flexible. This is a little tricky, so we're going to put it on the table, fold it in half. Okay, here we go. You can fold it like this, and you can fold it the other way, just like that. And keep folding. It'll make it easier when you go to use it. Great. Now it's time to write your fortunes inside the chatterbox. So you want to try to do them more open-ended. Let's say you have a yes or no question, like, will I win my skateboard tournament? The answer would be yes or no, or absolutely, or the magic is pointing to yes, or the magic is pointing to someday, or maybe, but keep trying. These are all examples of answers that you can put inside the chatterbox, but if you have any issues, you can always ask an adult for help. While I write my magical answers, why don't we check back in with Groundskeeper Clyde and Camp Counselor Amelie and see how they're doing with their spooky stories.
Hi Camp Bonkers! So we just built this super cool campfire, and Clyde's been telling me some scary stories. But they're not that scary.
Well, I think they are. Some of them are. But I could tell you a real scary story.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. It was a long time ago at Camp Bonkers, and I was gonna go clean up the adventure room. And down this long hallway I walked, and I turned, and I got into this big room. And inside that room was another room. I had to crawl inside. And then when I got inside that room, there was another room.
Okay.
Yeah. And once I got inside that room, I found a box. And I opened it up. And inside that box was another box. And then, after I opened up that box, there was a tiny little box.
What was in the box?
A key.
Oh.
So I got the key, and I was trying to figure out what door it opened because I knew I had to go somewhere. You see, I get confused a lot of times. I get confused where I'm going, and then sometimes I just know that there's keys I need to find so I can get my job done.
Oh. I'm gonna make another s'more.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Bye.
Oh my goodness, I love a campfire story, especially when I'm eating my favorite treat, chocolate pizza.
It's so good! I love Nutella.
If you missed the Make It Monday where I showed you how to make chocolate pizza, you can always go back after this episode and check it out. Okay, I've written my magical answers inside my chatterbox, but it doesn't feel magical enough. I think I need to sprinkle some sparkles on it. It's sparkle time! Perfect! Lots of magic inside my chatterbox now. Okay, so now we're moving on to the final steps. We need to draw some circles on the outside of our chatterbox, and you want to use different colored markers. So today I'm using yellow, green, blue, and purple. And because my chatterbox is quite large, I'm going to draw big circles on it. Here we go. We have our green circle. Now our blue circle. There we go. Green like the grass and blue like the sky. We have our yellow circle. And last but not least, our purple circle. Okay, yellow like the sun and purple like, what's purple? Purple like the color purple. I kept thinking blueberry, but I'm like, it's blue. A plum. There we go. Yellow like the sun and purple like a plum. Look at our chatterbox. It looks pretty amazing. I am so excited to ask my question. I've been waiting this whole time to ask it. As I ask my question, I'll show you how to use this and how it works. Okay, here we go. So you're gonna put your fingers inside the sides like this, and you wanna make it stand up just like that. So you're gonna wanna do that to each one. There we go, until it looks like this. Ooh, I love it. It looks so fun. Okay, you might notice that you're able to do this with it, which is exactly what we are going to be doing. First, we are going to ask our question, and my question today is, will I win the big camp egg race this summer? First, we need to pick a color, so I'm going to pick blue. Are you ready? Now we spell the color out. Can you help me spell? B-L-U-E. Now, the next part, we have to pick a number. Ooh, which number should we pick? I'm going to pick the number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you counting with me? 5 and 6. Okay, now I need to pick another number. I'm going to do 8 this time. Okay, next you're gonna open your chatterbox like so, find the number on the square, and then lift it up to reveal the answer. Okay, will I win this big camp egg race? Possibly. Keep at it. I'll take that. I just gotta keep working hard, and I know I'll be fast enough to win that egg race. Oh, this was so much fun. I think it's time to move on to our questions from you, the campers. Camper Ella asks, I love listening to music. I was wondering, what is your favorite song? What is one of my favorite songs? Oh, it has to be Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles. Every time I listen to that song, it just makes me so happy. Thanks for the question, Ella. And the last question we have here comes from Camper Caroline and her mom, Nancy. Do the crafts work, and are they real? That's a very good question. Yes, they do work. Sometimes I've had to do them a couple of times because they can be a bit difficult at first, but the more you do it, the better you get at it. So just keep trying and keep persevering. Like the one with the pancakes. Those pancakes were so hard to make. I did have to make them a couple times, but after making them, I think about 3 times, I finally got it. So just keep at it. Thank you so much for the question. And now it's time for my favorite part of the episode, finding our magic. Today, I think I'm gonna find my magic by saying one thing I'm thankful for. I am so thankful for creating this super magic craft with you today. What are you thankful for? Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing with me today, campers, and I hope your day sparkles. Until next time, bye!